Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. Here are your hosts, Steve Collins and Greg Berg.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. I'm so excited you decided to join. Before we jump in, real quick, go over and check out Coach Berg's website, gberg.gumroad.com. It is awesome. You will not be disappointed. It's a little bit of everything. There's free resources over there with a preseason checklist, the offseason playbook, all sorts of great things. Go over and check it out. All half of it's free. I should yell at him for all the free stuff he's giving away, but it's great. His team leader OS is awesome. So go over and check that out. Also, when you're there and you're thinking about it, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. You take that leadership, you take all the stuff that I have built over the last 30 years to build a nationally ranked team, to be nationally ranked, to win 3 state championships. Everything I have learned over the last 30 years is in teachhoops.com. Go over and check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. 14-day free trial. And let's head off to the podcast. Bye. All right. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. All right. We're talking about accountability statements. So, Coach, can you define that? And do you use this in your principal hat too, or do you just use this? Is this just a coaching thing you kind of do?
Oh, I think it can be used in a lot of places. It's something I have in my team leader OS, right? It's one of the resources I have, and we're just going to talk about a few of them. But what are accountability statements that we use with our team to help set our culture and keep us going in the right direction? What are some phrases that you can work with team leaders to have them use? Because it's hard for a team leader to talk to a teammate. It's hard for team leaders to hold teammates accountable. So we need to give them some ideas, thoughts, words, phrases that they can use that might be, easy for them to use. And so, you can use them in school too. The most common one that I think coaches, we use a lot, and kids can use with friends too, is, hey, that's not how we do things here. That's an accountability statement that you're basically a simple statement that says that is not who we are. That is not how we do things. And it's a culture statement, and it's a statement that a kid can use with a teammate. It's something that we can use in a school, in our team. So to me, that's probably the number one out of a number that we'll talk about.
And when you talk about these things, do you talk to individuals about it? Do you do it as a team thing? How do you get these points across, quote unquote, to the leaders or to the people that you think are going to be able to step up?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a coach, you use these obviously in large groups at times. You're going to use them in one-on-one conversations with a kid, and then you're going to grab a team leader. I've had situations where I've had team leaders come up to me and say, hey, coach, this is kind of going on behind the scenes in the locker room. I want to deal with it myself, which we always want as a coach. We want the team leaders to deal with it.
Right.
What ideas do you have? And I'll give him ideas, and I'll go through some of these accountability statements like, hey, this is what you can say. This is what you could do. So when the need arises, I think having these ongoing conversations with team leaders on what they can say and do are important. And that's why you need this open communication with them. So that's kind of how I would use them in a lot of different ways, large group, small group, individual, so forth. I'll rattle off a couple of them and then we can kind of just talk about maybe a few of them, but
okay.
We are better than that, or you are better than that. I mean, it's just a simple statement that tells a player that you expect more of them, that they're not adhering to maybe standards that you have. This is not our standard, talking about standards. It's kind of the same tone as that's not how we do things here. Next play is a common one. It's actually a Coach K comment, but when you say next play, you're setting this accountability statement, like move on, get over it. You can't live on the mistake you just made. It's an accountability statement that's simple. And if we use that as coaches and kids can get used to using that, it's an important topic.
Right.
I'm sure you've used next play a lot.
Yeah. A lot.
Things like, hey, you got to step out of your comfort zone. That kids can get really comfortable, and sometimes you need kids to do more, and you need to challenge them. That's a statement that can be used. We're a team and we rise and fall together. And that's a statement that can be used to just bring everything back to the unity of the team. And we're all in this together. Talking about roles, your role is crucial. We need you to own your role. Okay. Own your role. That's an accountability statement that talks about team role definition, accepting roles, thriving in roles, be great at what you're good at. That's something I use a lot with my team. It's an accountability statement.
I refer to superpower and kryptonite a lot. And they probably don't know what that means, but they definitely know what a superpower is. But it's like when we're watching film yesterday, I was talking to a kid and I go, this is not your superpower. What you're doing here is this is not your strength per se. Like, you have strengths and here what they are, but I love that. I love that idea. Yeah. I love that idea.
And, on that note, role definition is so important for kids because we know when kids try to do something they're not good at this level, my gosh, they stick out like a sore thumb and they make themselves look, if they try to dribble through something and they're not a good ball handler, man, it's going to be a disaster. So getting kids to really understand what they're good at, focusing on that is so important in coaching.
And I think one of the keys is for coaches that are listening to this of any sport is even I don't remember if it was Coach K. It was somebody who basically said good coaches, you wanna accentuate what they're good at and hide what they're weak at, because everyone's weak at something. Like
absolutely,
even Giannis can't shoot threes as well as he'd probably want. So you try to hide that, and he's an NBA MVP, whatever. But it's like it's no different at the lower levels. It's like, what are you good at? Because you're not going to necessarily get better at that in 2 practices. It's like, but you can keep working on that skill that you're weak at. But it's like anything in life.
As an opponent, as a coach, your job is to what? Take what they're good at and try to
disrupt it. Yes,
disrupt it or accentuate what they're bad at. I mean, that's really the art of competition.
It's like basketball wise, it's like, well, we were playing a couple teams that are going to really shoot threes really well in the next couple weeks. Well, we're going to try to take that away and make them do something else to us to beat us. If they do, they do, then that's competition. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, there's a whole host of accountability statements. There's a lot of them. And these are just little short phrases that coaches can use, kids can use to help, really keep building that culture and creating accountability amongst teammates as the season goes on.
And I think it's like we've talked about before, it's like we have to help them as the coaches too. We have to, pull the leader aside and explain it because they don't know how to do some of these things.
No. And that's why it's part of that whole team leader OS. It's a resource for when you have those conversations with kids.
Right.
Hey, these are some things that you can use. And
And I'll put that link down below. So if you're running on the treadmill, you keep running, keep going. I believe in you, keep running. But I'll put it down below. So when you're done, you can find it. All right. Till next week, Coach.
Sounds good. We'll see you, Coach.